This partnership theme is something you talk a lot about, with Entrepreneur Country, and I just want to get into this David and Goliath narrative. It's got a great name to it, but I believe you're saying that all of these startups, ultimately have to partner with these huge companies, and the huge companies need the Davids as well. But I don't know, could you go a little further on the narrative that you stole, obviously, from the Bible?
Well, if you think of every digital startup, whatever kind of data play they are, whatever enabling technology they are, they're really an algorithm, right? That's what a startup is. An entrepreneur has identified a problem in the market, and he or she has an understanding of how to make money in terms of solving that problem. So it's really kind of cute, because I spend a lot of time with a lot of corporates, and I'll say, oh my God, we have this problem. And it's just like, great news, guys. There's an entrepreneur out there that's been working on that problem for 2 years. You've discovered that problem last quarter. They've got the solution, and they've been selling it into the market for 18 months, right? So the Davids are way far ahead. They are problem solvers, they're visionaries, and they know stuff. The Davids know stuff. They understand that consumer data is the new entrant into the business model. They understand the world's gone network. They figured out the future. Davids go to Entrepreneur Country, which is AKA the future, every single day, right? So if we could aggregate perfectly all of those digital Davids, we'd have perfect information about the future, right? But nobody's listening to the Davids. The Goliaths, they've got the customers. They're the highway. They've got, so if a David, instead of talking about technology, instead of getting all, hyped up when he is in front of his customer, the Goliath could say, Mr. Telco, Mr. Bank, just give me access to X amount of your customer base, right? Y period of time, and I'll deliver Z material revenue to you. Let's just do a couple of pilots and trials this year, and I can show you how you can make net new revenue in mobile payments, retail analytics, whatever it is, right? But how many of those discussions happen? First of all, David's waiting for nine months to get in front of the right person in his Goliath, and then Goliath is not really treating him or her with any kind of respect. Then they're operating on different clock speeds. Then Goliath is saying, oh my God, how do I make sure that this will not fail? In reality, if it fails, good news, right? You didn't spend a lot of money on something that didn't work, right? Lots of stuff fails. In fact, it's not failure, it's just it didn't solve the problem. So you still know stuff, you know what doesn't work, right? Lots of failures before the breakthrough, right? So pilots and trials, you all got to get comfortable. Not everything's going to work, right? So there's so many mismatches in David and Goliath dancing, one short, one tall, one's a girl, one's a boy. There's just all sorts of mixed matches there. And yet, that's kind of this third vision of the future, because the first vision of the future is just US technology firms take over every industry. Lots of evidence that they're going to do that. Second vision of the future is these digital disruptors, the Elon Musks of the world, Airbnb, Uber. They're getting the money and they can tell the story. They take over the future. 95% of the universe is not Airbnb or Amazon. What's going to happen to them? They're not going to fall off a cliff. What happens to 95% of the universe, which is all of these unsexy corporates, mid-market, Mittelstand companies around the world? What's their fight-back strategy? Well, they need some people that got a story to enable them, to give them a cut of all of this digital revenue happening, right? So they're trying all these different models. And what Entrepreneur Country says to them is, hold on to your money. Don't spend your money. Don't hire McKinsey, don't buy companies, don't set up a fund, don't take equity for office space.
Don't create an accelerator.
Don't do it. Don't create a cost center. Focus on your digital P&L. It's about making money, right? Seems really obvious to me.
Don't miss London Real. Subscribe now.
Many technology entrepreneurs don't know how to pitch their startup, and when you're doing a startup you can't afford expensive PR people and things like that, so you have to pitch the media yourself, and they weren't doing it right. In London you have the financial industry, financial tech industry is very big, you have a fashion industry, it's very big, media is big, arts, culture, you name it. So all these vertical industries are all equally big. Silicon Valley is no longer a place, it's a state of mind. So if you have that state of mind, you can do anything.